Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Hello, hello, hello. Just want to let everyone know we're going to be starting very shortly. Thank you.
Yep.
7.
Is it?
Yes. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Good morning. Thank you so much for coming today. We're very excited to welcome you here. You challenged and you competed against over 50 other schools to make it to the top 10. So let's hear a little celebration for how well they did. My name is Ellen Truskowski, and I am with the Office of Student Assignment, which works with the Office of Student Experiences and the Pinellas Education Foundation to support this event. So I'm going to turn it over for greetings from our superintendent, Mr. Kevin Hendrick, and we will start shortly.
Thank you, Ms. Truskowski. Congratulations to each of the teams here. As you heard, you've already advanced from the semifinals to the finals, and you're one of 10 teams, and we're so excited. Congratulations to each of you. And I can tell that you're excited because I walked around and listened to you talking about your books, and I see them all marked up, and it's exciting to have you here today with this. I want to thank the parents and the principals and teachers that are here today. Thank you for sharing your children with us. For our teachers and principals, thanks for doing this. Thanks for bringing together a group of students, challenging them in different ways to have them come out and compete today. This is now our 5th annual Boys Read Battle. And so you'll see the trophy over here. We know that this year there's going to be a new champion, because our champion last year was Ponce de Leon Elementary, but they didn't make the finals this year. So we will have a new champion this year, and one of your school's names will receive that trophy and have your name put on there, and it's going to be at your school all year long. It was mentioned by Ms. Truskowski. We thank the Pinellas Education Foundation, who's been a big partner in supporting this, and they're the ones that are giving you some of the prizes and the lunch and all the things that you're going to see today. And also our library media team here at the district office, who's helped with these books. Let me know, do you guys like these books? All right. So our library media team did a good job finding books that boys like, right? Stick with spiders and cars and wars, and we're in a good space. All right. So we're excited to watch you, and guess what? The folks in this room are not the only ones watching you. This is live on YouTube, and anybody in the world can tune in and watch this battle today. All right. So with that, I want to introduce who's going to be the facilitator of this event today. And that is Mr. Michael Feeney, and I'm going to tell you about him in a second, but I do want to introduce one other person before Mr. Feeney comes up, and that is our school board chair. So normally in this room, we host our school board meetings, and so if you look behind you, those chairs, that's where our school board sits. And our chairperson is here today, Mrs. Laura Hine, the chair of our school board. And I know one of the reasons she's here is because she wants to see the excitement, but she also has boys that she tries to convince to read. So she wants to use some strategies and skills today, like we all do, to see this in action today. So with that, I want to introduce the Executive Director of Elementary Education. He's the one that runs all of our elementary school curriculum. He's going to be the facilitator today and walk you through the competition. This is Mr. Feeney. Good luck, Mr. Feeney.
Thank you, sir. So good morning, gentlemen. So as Mr. Hendrick mentioned, I'm Michael Feeney. I'm the Executive Director for Elementary Education here for Pinellas County Schools. Welcome to our boys battle. Congratulations for making it this far. As Mr. Hendrick said, you all moved forward in your championship that you had this week and last week. So we're here to compete for our district winner. Boys Read is a collaborative effort and is supported by the Office of Student Assignment, the Office of Student Experience, and the Pinellas Education Foundation. This program is tailored to provide engaging literacy experiences for boys in grades 3 through 5 as part of our district Closing the Gender Gap initiative. Boys Read is one of our culminating activities for Celebrate Literacy Week. So congratulations again. As I was walking around talking to each of you, I was asking about what your favorite book is, right? And I heard overall, Bedhead Ted, I heard that a lot. thumbs up if Bedhead Ted is our #1 book. I heard Rover's story, I heard Otter, I heard all of them. And just so you know, we're a little bit smarter because we've read these books today, all of us, including myself, because I read all these books too. I love them. So let me introduce the teams. The following team schools are here today. From Azalea Elementary, we have Azalea Eagle Readers. Wave for us. From Curlew Creek Elementary, we have the boys. From Douglas Jamerson Elementary, we have the Jamerson Trailblazers. From Gulfport Elementary, we have the Bulldogs. From Bel Air Elementary, we have Bel Air Book Beasts. From McMullen Booth Elementary here in the front, we have McMullen Booth Manatees. From Ozona Elementary, we have the Ozona Ospreys. From Safety Harbor Elementary, we have the Reading Sea Turtles. From Lelman Ave, we have the Lelman Legends. And last but not least, from Woodlawn Elementary, we have the Woodlawn Dolphins. So I'll be serving as our game host and would like to go over a few things before we get started. First, and most importantly, have fun today. You have worked hard to be here, and while there can only be one winner, we want all the teams today to have fun. For each question, I will read the question and all the answer choices before your team can select the answer. Once the timer starts, you will have 60 seconds to answer. I'll remind you when you have 30 seconds left, as well as 10 seconds. Do not rush to answer. Teams who take their time to answer correctly the first time get the most points. There are 15 questions in today's battle. How many questions? 15. All right. Each question is worth a maximum of 100 points. Teams get 3 chances to answer the question correctly. Each guess reduces the number of points that can be earned. So your first attempt is 100 points, your second attempt is 50 points, and third attempt is 25 points. If the correct answer is not selected before time expires or after the third guess, 0 points will be awarded. This is the same as your battle yesterday. Students, you should have a copy of the books in front of you to use, and I see that all of you have your books. The part that's different today from yesterday or last week, each team will get the opportunity to defend the correct answer one time with text evidence and the opportunity to earn 25 bonus points. I will let each team know when they will be asked to defend with text evidence. When providing your text evidence, please make sure to say the page number where the evidence is located and the direct quote from the text evidence that is evidence of the correct answer. Usually this is only 1 to 2 sentences, so you don't need to read the whole page. Okay? How many sentences? 1 to 2. That's it. You do not need to elaborate or explain why the evidence is correct. Make sure to pick the best evidence to support your answer. There is only one correct piece of evidence that we're looking for today. I'll model for you twice before you have to do this yourself. Sound good? Before we begin, I want to thank Transamerica, Valley Bank, Jable Cares Foundation, as well as the Achiever Credit Union Foundation for sponsoring today's battle. Also thanks to Andy Larson and the Cranium Corps for powering our gaming experience today. Now who's ready to battle? Who's ready to battle? All right. So, the order for providing text evidence today, we're going to let you get into a little routine before we get started with the text evidence piece, okay? But the order, and I'll remind you when it's your turn again, Azalea Elementary, you'll provide text evidence to question number 6, Curlew Creek, number 7, Douglas Jamerson, number 8, Gulfport Montessori, number 9, Bel Air, number 10, McMullen, number 11, Ozona, number 12, Safety Harbor, 13, Lelman Avenue, 14, and Woodlawn, 15. I'll give you an example for number 4 and 5. Sound good? All right. I'll remind you again when it's your turn to defend. Are we ready? Ready? Yes, sir. It can be right on your computer screens, right? They have a buzzer up there?
You have in front of you the responders. Okay, just like in the semifinals when you there any other, now I have the mic. Are there any other questions? No? Everyone feel comfortable with the responder? Okay. Correct. So remember, when you choose your answer, you choose it, give it a second, you'll see it come up on the screen, right? Okay, don't keep punching the same answer. Just push it one time and let go, and then it'll come up whether right or wrong, and then you move on to if you have to make another choice. Yes. Can you repeat that? What if you can't defend your answer? You mean if you get it wrong? You can't find the evidence, you mean? Well, then you just don't get the points for that defense then, okay? But you try your best to find the evidence to support your answer, okay? Okay.
And just remember, those are 25 bonus points, right? Okay. Remember, I'll read the questions to you. I'll read the answer before your timer starts. You ready? Okay. Here we go.
Ready. Set. Go.
Which of the following words summarize the part that resilience played in the exploration of Mars detailed in My Days on page 288 of A Rover Story? 1, all of these are correct. 2, instrumental. 3, important. Or 4, exciting. You have 30 seconds. Ten seconds. The correct answer is 1. All of these are correct. All right, we're off to a good start. It's only the first question. Question number 2. Based on what we read in My Days, page 288 of A Rover Story, how did Resilience mostly feel about the photograph he took while on Mars? 1, important. 2, small. 3, insignificant. Or 4, magnificent. Thirty seconds. Ten seconds. The correct answer was 4, magnificent. Just a reminder, make sure you're whispering to your teams, because if I can hear you up here saying what answer is, chances are somebody out there can hear you as well, okay? All right, moving on to question number 3. Question 3. In a special visitor, page 292 from A Rover Story, which of these tips res off the most that Let me read that again. In A Special Visitor, page 292, from a Rover story, which of these tips res off the most that the new human with Rainier is Rainier's daughter? Her overall appearance, 2, her eyes, 3, Res has seen her before, or 4, her gait? Thirty seconds. Ten seconds remaining. The correct answer was 2, her eyes. Let's see where we are so far. Lots of questions left, lots of game left. We have a close battle. Question 4. In Chapter 8, The Woods of Bedhead Ted, what could you most conclude about what was called the Brookside Beast once Officer Wright found her? 1, she was sloppy. 2, she was ugly. 3, she was confused, or 4, she was friendly. All right, 4, she was friendly. Maybe that question was too easy. I don't know. Good job, gentlemen. So let me just pause you for a second, because if I had to defend that question, what I would say is on page 198 of Bedhead Ted, the middle illustration leaned in real close and she licked me. That would be how I would defend that answer, okay? All right. I'll model for you one more time with question number 5. Let's see where we are. A very close match. All right. Let's go on to question 5. In Chapter 8, The Woods of Bedhead Ted, how does Stacy's reaction to Buttercup licking Officer Wright most compare to how Ted reacted to it? 1, the reactions were different. 2, the reactions were similar. 3, the reactions were identical. Or 4, the reactions were opposite. The correct answer was the reactions were opposite. And if I was defending that one, I would say on pages 208 and 209 of Bedhead Ted, right? We see that on 208, 209? All right. We're going to go to number 6 now. We're going to, remember, after we answer the question, Azalea will have the opportunity to defend this question. You'll have 45 seconds to provide your defense of that question. But everybody's answering number 6. So let's see where we are. Oh, we already did that. So on to number 6. In Chapter 8, The Woods of Bedhead Ted, why did Officer Wright point to his watchless wrist and say it was getting late to the kids? 1, he needed to work on his truck. 3, he wanted to avoid any challenges. Or 4, he was concerned they would get in trouble. Thirty seconds. 10 seconds. The answer is he had not yet taken Buttercup to the National Forest. All right, Azalea Elementary, you have 45 seconds to defend that question.
In page 200, it says, well, I know I hard to get Buttercup out of town, so I fixed up the old truck to take her to the National Forest not far from here. She would be safe there.
Thank you. What we were looking for was on page 207. I just want to show you something. That's what we were looking for on number 7. So thank you, Azalea. Let's see where we all stand right now. All right, very close battle still. Let's go on to the next question. Sorry, thank you. If you'll turn your mic off so nobody hears your answers. Thank you over there. Question number 7. According to what we saw in chapter 17 of I Survived the Wellington Avalanche, the correct answer is 3. She was avoiding the law. All right, Curlew Creek, it's your turn to defend.
In page 103, it says, and Barbara had disappeared. She was probably afraid she'd wind up in jail too.
That is correct. What we were looking for was on page 103. She was probably afraid she'd wind up in jail too. All right, so you get 5 bonus points that just went up there. Let's see where we all stand. All right, lots of game left. I love seeing the sportsmanship between the teams too. You guys are doing a great job with that. I love seeing the collaboration between teams. As we move to question number 8, based on what we read in chapter 17 of I Survived the Wellington Avalanche 1910, why was Janie so sure Dash had heard the news of the disaster she was in? 1, Miss Wade had written a lot about it. 2, Dash was well plugged in. 3, the disaster was a worldwide event. Or 4, all of these are correct. We have 30 seconds. The correct answer was 3. The disaster was a worldwide event. All right, Jamerson, it's your turn to defend.
On page 103 at the bottom, it says Dash had already heard about the disaster. It made news all around the world.
That is correct. We're looking for the bottom of page 103. Janie was sure Dash had already heard the news about the disaster. It was all around the world. Thank you. All right. Thank you for turning your mic off. Let's see where we stand for the scores. We're getting closer. All right. It's a close competition. We're moving on to number 9. In chapter 17 of I Survived the Wellington Avalanche 1910, How did Janie feel about surviving this trauma? 1, dependent on others. 2, fortunate. 3, blessed by God. Or 4, all of these are correct. Thirty seconds. Ten seconds. The correct answer was 4. All of these are correct. Gulfport, it is. We have 10 seconds. All right, time's up. What we were looking for on question number 9 was on the top of page 105 of the Wellington Avalanche, no, Janie knew. That was question 9. All right, let's see where our scores are right now. Uh-oh, I feel like we have a tie and we're even getting closer. This match is tightening up. We ready? Take a deep breath. All right. Question number 10. In Pathetic, page 249 of Otter, how does the way humans teach diving to the pups most compare to the way otters teach diving to the pups? 1, the methods are different. 2, the methods are similar. 3, the methods are identical. Or 4, the methods are opposites. Thirty seconds. Ten seconds. The correct answer was 1. The methods are different. All right, Bel Air, it's your turn to defend.
The mechanisms, the how, but there was no way they could know the why.
That is correct. What we're looking for was on the middle of page 250. True, they understood the mechanics, the how, but there was no way they could know the why. The shocking, miraculous joy of it all. Nice job, gentlemen. All right, let's see where the scores are right now.
Everyone's going
Uh-oh, it's getting even closer. We have a few questions left. Moving down to our next question, which is question number 11. Toward the end of Pathetic, page 249 of Otter, how do the boxheads mostly feel? 1, on alert, 2, lackadaisical, 3, happy, or 4, confident? Thirty seconds. Ten seconds. The correct answer was 1, on alert. McMullen Booth, it's your turn to defend.
On page 251, it says the boxheads move toward the tank with their net ready to rescue the poor pup.
That is correct. What we're looking for was on page 251, ready to rescue the poor pup. All right, nice job, gentlemen. All right, let's see where the scores are. Take a deep breath. Raise your hands above your head. Let it go. Wiggle your shoulders. And here we go to the next question. Question 12. In calming, page 253 of Otter, what can you most conclude from this section of text? 1, the pup will never truly relax. 2, the pup eventually loosens up. 3, the pup is really frightened when Otter clutches its fur. Or 4, Otter is not totally comfortable with this. Seconds. The correct answer is 2. The pup eventually loosens up. Ozona, it's your opportunity to defend.
The pup writhes and squeals, but Otter performs a roll, slipping beneath the pup, then rises, floating on her back, clutching the soft mound of fur close, then until the little pup finally relaxes.
Tell me what page you're on.
253.
Correct. So in the middle of page 253, what we're looking for is until the pup finally relaxes. All right, let's see where we are. I know we have 3 questions remaining. I still believe it is anybody's game. Very close. Going to question 13. In chapter 18 of The Ultimate Goal, how did Ben primarily react to Coach Cleary's comment? 1, Ben was curious. 2, Ben was stunned. 3, Ben was ecstatic. Or 4, Ben was befuddled. Thirty seconds. The answer was 2. Ben was stunned. All right, Safety Harbor, it's time for you to defend.
On page 121, towards the middle of it, it says, Ben stopped mid-bite. Really? You came a long way. and learned a lot, as did some other people.
What we're looking for is on the bottom of page 121, where it says Ben was a little shocked. All right. Let's see where our scores are right now. Still anybody's game with 2 questions to go. All right, let's go to the next question. Question 14. Why in chapter 18 of The Ultimate Goal did Ben's mom ask him if he enjoyed himself at the finals game? 1, she cared. 2, all of these are correct. 3, she was optimistic. Or 4, she was curious. Thirty seconds. The correct answer is 2. All of these are correct. Lelman, it's time for you guys to defend.
Hey Ben, can I ask you something? Sure, Mom. What's up? She was looking at her son very intently. Did you have a good time today? Ben rolled his eyes. Of course, Mom. I mean, you saw it, right? That's it.
What we're looking for was in the middle of page 122. I think she meant, did you like playing in the game? All right, moving on to our final question. Question 15, and we have a very close score here. Final question. Which of these could you most conclude after reading chapter 18 of The Ultimate Goal? 1, JJ was going to be a soccer star. 2, Ellie learned a lot about soccer. 3, Ben's attitude had changed. Or 4, having fun is more important than being efficient. Thirty seconds. The correct answer is 3. Ben's attitude had changed. Woodlawn, it is time for you guys to defend the last question. Ten seconds.
After the game, Ben hugged his family, kissed his dog, and then found JJ and Annabella.
What we were looking for was on the bottom of page 122. I did, Ben said. I think I might even have loved it. So while the team is calculating the scores behind us and figuring out all the different places, I want to congratulate all of you. One of the things that's different and challenging with this battle is being able to provide textual evidence. A lot of times you may have been really close, but we're looking for very specific text. So congratulations. And again, congratulations to all of you. You won your battle, you won your heat, and you should be giving a round of applause. So thank you all. I really like seeing the teamwork. I like seeing the collaboration. There wasn't any frustration between teams, and so I'm really proud of all of you. So good job today. We're going to wait for the team to come up here and share who is in first, second, and third place. So we'll pause. You guys can just relax a little bit, take a deep breath again, and we'll be right back. All right, we're going to pull up the scores on the screen. Yep. You guys doing third, second, first?
So I apologize. So congratulations. I'm just gonna explain the overview of what we're gonna do, and then we're gonna hear from the Pinellas Education Foundation. But we're about to announce the winners. First, we'll hear a word from our sponsors. We're gonna have for the third, then reveal the second place, and then the first place winner. You'll come up and get a medal. And then we're gonna ask at the end, before everybody goes, we're gonna try to get a group picture over by what they call a step up and repeat by the sign. So we're gonna do a group picture with everyone together. And then afterwards, we will have everybody go to the courtyard where we have pizza and lunch waiting ready for you. So first I wanna call up Kim Jell, who is from Pinellas Education Foundation, who helped make all of this possible.
Congratulations to all of you. That competitiveness was very professional looking out there. So you guys worked really hard, and those were some really hard questions, especially on the providing text. So like Mr. Feeney said, congratulations to each of you for winning your heat. I know you already have calculated the numbers up here as I'm talking and ready to get to the awards, but I want to make sure to say today wouldn't happen without the generosity of community and our professional organizations. So there's 4 entities that helped make today possible and give you the good food you're about to have. So Valley Bank, again, Transamerica, Jabel Cares Foundation, and Achieva Foundation. And just a real quick thing I want to share. So how many of you have been to Enterprise Village? How many of you are excited to go to Enterprise Village? That's right. So that's part of one of our programs that we help to bring. So we are working every day to help support students and, most importantly, your teachers. So make sure that you give a lot of love to your teachers back home and your media specialists for making today and supporting you all in this effort too. So, but congratulations to all of you for your hard work.
Okay, so we have a tie for third place. So we will change the ribbon color out for that. Next week you'll get it. So for third place, we had a tie between the Azalea Eagle Readers. If you come on up. Oh, she just told me. Sorry. It's the Curlew Creek and McMullen Booth. It's okay. It's okay. Okay. It's right here. Curlew Creek. There you go. And McMullen Booth. We're tied. Okay. It's okay. So, Curlew Creek. We're going to have you go. And if once you get your medal, if you want to go stand over by the sign, that would be wonderful. Did we do McMullen Booth? Also tied for third.
happened? Who's number one? Safety Harbor. Okay, we're good. We're fine. And 2 is Lyman Legends.
In second place, Lilman Legends.
We'll get a short. The first place is safety.
Yes. And in first place, and winners of this year's trophy, is Safety Harbor Elementary reading Sea Turtles. And we're going to call up all the other teams to get your medals. And then we're going to ask you to also join everybody over there. So the Azona Elementary Ospreys. The Woodland Dolphins. Douglas Jamerson Trailblazers. Bel Air Elementary. Book Beasts. And Gulfport Montessori Bulldogs. And Safety Harbor, you didn't even grab your trophy. So if everyone would join us over, we're going to take a group photo, and then at the end we will have pizza down in the courtyard area, and we'll have several people to help show you the way. And if you can hear my voice, clap once, twice, 3 times. I forgot to mention one exciting thing for those of you who, as you leave, you're going to get to pick up a book and a little bag, thanks to our sponsors. But for those of you who are in 3rd or 4th grade, you will be able to have a head start from next year's battle because the book in there will be included in next year's Boys Read Book Battle.